What really happened between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Did they break up because Amber had a threesome with the CEO of Tesla and a famous top model? Is Johnny really a drug-fueled monster? And are their dogs still banned from Australia? All of these questions and more will finally be answered in the new documentary by Discovery Plus, Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard. Keep watching to find out everything we know. Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard. Would you watch it? The question should be really whether this documentary needs to be made at all, given the amount of press coverage that Johnny and Amber's short-term yet disastrous marriage received over the last few years. People love to hate one or the other depending on whose side they've taken in the saga, and they just can't get enough. This is why Discovery Channel has decided to produce a 2-hour-long documentary on the breakup of Johnny and Amber's marriage, and what they plan to reveal is shocking. Well, Johnny and Amber Heard's divorce battle has been going on for seemingly forever, with the classic he said, she said situation in the press. Every time something crazy comes out, there are so many details, photos, and even text messages released that fans and even the top studios in Hollywood become certain it's the truth. After all, this is why Depp ended up being dropped from the Pirates of the Caribbean films, at least for now. No doubt the scandalous sequence of events and the resulting press has affected both actors' reputations and job prospects. While Amber was initially championed by Hollywood and the world for coming out against Depp for physically abusing her, recently it has been coming to light that she may have made the whole thing up. So are you? Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp or hashtag I stand with you Amber Heard. The conflicting accounts leave many people to wondering who's telling the truth, and furthermore, whose side they should take. It sounds like even the Discovery Channel is not totally sure. They have decided to tell the story in a way that allows both Amber and Johnny to show their own version of what happened and leave it to the audience to decide who they should believe. The documentary will be shown in 2 parts, with 2 episodes in a mini-series, one told from Johnny's perspective and one told from Amber's perspective, with testimonies from both actors' lawyers as well as interviews with friends, family, and co-workers. This will be paired with never-before-seen footage from Johnny and Amber's cell phones. There's not yet a release date for the documentary, but it's sure to be the most exciting documentary-style show since Tiger King came out. So what can we expect to see in this documentary? First, what Johnny knows about Amber. She's not what everyone thinks. While Johnny will be trying to convince the public of Amber's pathological lying, there are a handful of scandals he'll likely go over. 1. The threesome with Cara Delevingne and Elon Musk. One of the huge gossip items in the Johnny and Amber divorce saga was Johnny's accusation that Amber had a threesome with Tesla CEO Elon Musk and bisexual supermodel Cara Delevingne. Amber definitely was dating Elon Musk after she split up with Johnny in 2016, and there were numerous reports that she was seen with Elon coming out of the elevator at Johnny's penthouse apartment in Los Angeles while they were technically still married. Elon has commented on this relationship since, saying that Johnny is still being too dramatic and should get over it and move on with his life. Well, Elon should understand Johnny's hang-up because he was also devastated when he broke up with Amber, saying publicly that it took everything he had to go through his work events for Tesla. What's Amber's secret? Anyway, Johnny's apparently not over it because he's still considering subpoenaing Cara Delevingne to testify in court regarding the threesome, the affair with James Franco. One of the reasons for the alleged abuse against Amber Heard was a fight the couple had over the fact that Johnny thought Amber was cheating on him with their Adderall Diaries co-star James Franco. Amber gave statements to authorities that Johnny kicked and slapped her, but Johnny told the London High Court a different story. He said Amber had told him in the past that James Franco is, quote, creepy and rapey, so he didn't support her working with him, and that he was upset when he found out that James Franco had tried to kiss her. He didn't understand why Amber was suddenly okay with working with him, and he said he had been initially told by other sources that Amber was cheating. But we may see another side of the story in the documentary because one source testified that when Amber and Johnny were on a private jet during this time, they were witnessed having a fight where Johnny supposedly slapped Amber, threw ice cubes at her, and kicked a chair, which then hit her, and all of this over James Franco. Johnny maintains that this fight never happened, but we'll see what the evidence shows. 2. Her alleged history of violence. When Johnny and Amber met, she was actually getting out of another relationship with Tassia Van Ree. It wasn't a peaceful split. Amber was arrested for physically assaulting her former girlfriend. The charges stated that Amber allegedly grabbed and hit Tassia's arm. The charges were dropped, but this incident may have foreshadowed what was to come with Johnny and Amber. 3. Johnny says Amber lied about abuse to get money. Amber was the one to file for divorce, claiming Johnny physically abused her under the influence of drugs and alcohol. She said he threw his phone at her, striking her face and leaving her with a very visible bruise, one we have all seen in photos. However, a spokesperson for the police has said that when they responded to the call for a domestic incident, no crime was found to have taken place. Now, Johnny is alleging that Amber made the whole thing up. He has requested the court to go through his cell phone for proof that she fabricated the bruise along with the help from her friends to confirm her abuse story in order to secure financial compensation from the divorce. If this is true, it would certainly be a plot twist, as it seems the majority of Hollywood, as well as fans, initially sided with Amber. 4. Johnny says Amber ruined his reputation. The abuse claim was actually settled through court, and for a while Johnny and Amber seemed to be putting it all in the past. But then Amber came out and released an article in the Washington Post. It was all about being the victim of domestic abuse. While she didn't mention Johnny's name, he claimed the article was about him and proceeded to sue her for $50 million for defaming his character. Furthermore, Johnny wants us to know that Amber was abusing him. In 2020, phone recordings were released in which Amber admits to hitting Johnny. She's heard saying, "I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched." In the recording, Johnny responds, telling Amber he left the fight because he was scared things were going to escalate. And then shockingly, Amber tells him that she can't promise she won't get physical again and that she knows she's unable to control her temper. Well, this doesn't look good for Amber, but at the same time, Johnny's not off the hook either until we can see what really happened. Also, the time Amber Heard defecated in their bed. This is maybe the craziest part of the story so far, and we can't wait to find out what really happened with this. Johnny made a written statement during the divorce trial in London stating that Amber defecated on his bed the day after her 30th birthday party because the two had an argument the night before. He accuses her friends of conspiring with her in this deliberate act. Apparently, the two had gotten in a fight because Johnny arrived 2 hours late to Amber's birthday party on purpose to ruin her day. He had left while they were fighting and thought everything would blow over, but a housekeeper at his luxury apartment found the sheets soiled with excrement the next morning. Amber says it wasn't her, but instead her Yorkshire Terrier Boo, who has digestive problems. Do you believe that? The housekeeper certainly didn't, so maybe we'll hear from the housekeeper in the documentary and find out the truth about this incident. Finally, Johnny Depp's ex-wives still believe he's innocent. 2 more witnesses who will certainly be featured are Winona Ryder and Vanessa Paradis. Johnny's former girlfriend and wife were adamant that he's a good person. Not at all like the image that Amber is putting forth. While Vanessa Paradis may have other motives to portray Johnny as a good person because they share a daughter, Lily Rose, together, there doesn't seem to be any reason for Winona Ryder to stretch the truth on what she really thinks about Johnny, so we're interested to hear her side of things. Then, Amber exposes the secrets Johnny has kept for years. Amber, for her part, will be pushing her agenda that Johnny constantly abused her under the influence of alcohol and illicit drugs. She'll be showing all the evidence, the never-before-seen photographs, the text messages, emails, and recordings of phone calls to prove that she's telling the truth. Whose side are you on, Amber or Johnny? Are you embarrassed for them, or is it too entertaining to look away? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and take care, everyone.